Hello my dear friends, welcome back to the next session of the 5-mark solutions, 5 marks. Five-mark solution of the question bank provided by NBSE. So in the previous session I have finished up to the circles part, tangents to a circle, the geometry part. So in this session we'll be trying to finish up the last part. That's one question from mensuration because the other question is of the reduced syllabus, and 2 questions on statistics. So we'll try to do that. The question I've written for you: a toy is in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeter, mounted means on top. This is the cone. So on top of a hemisphere of same radius. The total height of the toy, total height of the toy is 15.5 centimeter. Find the total surface area and volume of the toy. So what do we have here? Radius of plural form. Radii of cone and hemisphere 3.5 centimeter. Total height is 15.5 centimeters. So what is the, so in that case, like height of hemisphere, what is the height? How, like we need the height of the cone. So since total height is 15.5, what will be the height of the hemisphere? Height of the hemisphere is also same as radius of the hemisphere, because a circle when it stands, it is equal to same as the radius and the diameter. Its height is the not a circle, a sphere. So the height of a sphere is equal to the diameter of the sphere, isn't it? And the height of a hemisphere is equal to radius of the hemisphere, because circle when it stands like this, not circle, hemisphere when it stands like this, that it's the radius. No, it's the radius. That's the height. So height of let's say, I'll just write in detail. Height of cone will be equal to total height. I'll just write like this. Minus, I'll just write so that you're not confused. Height of hemisphere. Total height 15.5 minus height of hemisphere is that it's a ball, no? Half of a ball. So height of hemisphere is same as radius of the hemisphere only. Height and radius are same for hemispheres. So I'll just write directly height of hemisphere is nothing but radius of the hemisphere. So that's like 3.5 centimeters. So if you subtract 15.5, 3.5, 5 minus 5, 0, 12. So that's 12 centimeters. So height of cone 12 centimeters. We have to find out the total surface area and volume of the cone, toy. So for total surface area of a cone, we need the slant height. So let's find out. Slant height of cone, that is L. What was the formula? H square plus R square. I'll not write down the units. H we have found out 12 square, R 3.5 square. Radius, no? 3.5. This, okay, 144 plus 3.5. 3.5 square will be 12.25. 12.25. Just to save some time, I've calculated this. So 166.25. 156 because like 144, 12.25.00, and we add 52.65, 156.25. So if you go for the square root of 156.25, I'll just show you. 156.25 square root. So two pairing, no? 1. 1 ones are 1. Square plus 1. If you don't remember, long division method, no? 2. So it's 5, 6. So 22 2s are 44. 4, 2. 12, 1, 2, 5. Decimal comes, so decimal starts. 5 times, I guess. 245, 5. 5 is 25, 2 left, 5 is 520, 2 1 2, 2 left, 5 is 10, 11, 12. Exactly. 1, 2, 2, 5. So 12.5 centimeters. So that's the slant height of our cone. Alright, finished. Pause. Okay. Now let's find out the total surface area of our toy. Total surface area of toy is equal to total surface area. Surface area. So total surface of the toy will be curved surface area or lateral surface. Total surface, only the surface only. Not, of course, question says total surface area of the toy. Why? Because the toy is combined of two figures. So when you go for the surface area, it will be total, na? Because combination of two figures. But individually, when you go one by one, see, this is a solid toy. So this is the toy. So this part is actually what? Combined on top of each other. So it's like this is that cone, sphere part, this is that cone combined. So this part is not there, isn't it? This part is not. It's actually like, now the toy is like this. Now our toy is something like this. So the surface is only this one. For the cone, it's only this. That's the lateral surface area. Let's say lateral surface area of cone. Plus, for the sphere, it is curved surface area only of hemisphere. Hemisphere. So lateral surface area is pi r l. Hemisphere is 2 pi r squared. Now pi r we can take common. L plus 2r. So pi 22 by 7. Radius 3.5. Length 12.5 plus 2 times of radius. Radius was 3.5. No? Radius was 3.5. So let's calculate this. 7 5s are 35, but it's 3.5, so it's 0.5. So it's 22 into 0.5 into 12.5 plus 3.5 into 2. 3.5 into 2. 7.0. So I'll just write 7. So 5 2s are 10, 1 left, 11, 1 decimal, 11 into 11.0 into 12.5 plus 7, 19.5. So now it's 19.5 into 11. 214.5 centimeter square, because 11 0, so that means I'll just write like 11 into 19.5, so that will be equal to 214.5, just one decimal. Alright, so this is the total surface area of the toy. Finished? Okay, next, volume. Volume of the toy will be that simple. Volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere. So volume of cone, what was the formula? 1 by 3 pi r square h. Volume of hemisphere 2 by 3 pi r cube. So I'll take 1 by 3 common, pi common, r square common, h left. Here 2 times of r left. So that's like 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into r, 3.5 square into h was the height of the cone, 12 plus 2 times of radius, 3.5. So it's like 22 into 3.5 into 3.5 divided by 3 into 7 into 12 plus, just now only we have done 3.5 into 2, 7. 7.0, so you can just write 7. This one also we have done 0.5. Okay, I will rub this part now. So that's like 22 into 3.5 into 0.5 into 19 divided by 3. Alright, into 19 divided by 3. 22 into 0.5, 3.5 into 0.5 into 19 divided by 3, and this one, if we multiply, I have already calculated this. So this calculation you can just do, that will be 243.83, 243.833, and dot dot. So you can just leave it there, 3 centimeter cube. Alright, so this one you can just multiply and divide. I hope you can do that just to save some time. Okay? Alright, so that's only one question, because the other question from mensuration, finish. I'll rub it off. Bus. Because the other question from mensuration is from the frustum part. So the frustum part is omitted syllabus, so that we are not going to be doing. Now question number 14, graph, it is not going to be possible for me to solve, but I'll tell you how it is to be done. So this one graph you'll have to manage. Okay. The following table gives the production yield per hectare of wheat of 100 farms of a village. So production. So the question is, change the distribution to a modern type distribution and draw its ogive. So it's about ogive, but its distribution will be more than type. Okay, its distribution will be more than type. So its distribution will be modern type. So this will be like a modern type ogive. So production yield, I'll just straight go to the table. 50 to 55, 55 to 60, 60 to 65, 65 to 70, 70 to 75, 75 to 80. Number of farms, so that's like the frequency. 2, 8, okay, frequency we'll do later on. So we'll have to first prepare the table. So this is something like the class interval. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to prepare the more than, let's say, type distribution, more than type distribution. So this is an ogive, more than type ogive. We are preparing the table so that we can plot the points. More than, so whenever I see one hint, I'll just briefly, in brief I'll tell you. More than, when you go for more than, you will always write more than the lower limit, just the opposite. More than niche wala, lower limit. We will be writing the lower limit. That's why the graph is also inverted. Okay, and the conceptually also we can understand all these values are like more than 50, 50, 55. I cannot, we have to start from here. More than 50, more than 55, more than 60, more than 65, or just to remember quickly for the exams, this one, remember this videos I am doing it just for the examination point of view. So in detail, the concepts, again, there's a lot of description, but this is something like a revision, examination point of view only. So that's why I'm just giving you the basic tips to remember during the exams only that only, okay? So when you go for a more than type, remember when you start preparing the table, more than, you write on the lower limits only. So if the question is about the less than, so if you will be writing less than, that time upper limit. So it's like ulta, inverted. More than, you will write on the lower limit. Less than, you will write on the upper limit. Okay? So similarly, more than 60, more than 65, more than 70, more than 75. We'll have to make a small adjustment. Of course, doesn't matter, but still there. Like class interval, I'll just write on once again. It's better to write on the frequency also, then it provides more meaning. 50 to 55, I'll need a frequency also. 50 to 55, 55 to 60, 60 to 65, 65 to 70, 70 to 75, 75 to 80, and the frequency was 2, 8, 12. 24, 38, 16. Total 100. and our cumulative frequency for our more than type. Or cumulative frequency for our more than table. And that will be, now you see, it's very simple. When you go for a more than, again, when you go for a more than, cumulative frequency, you will start from the bottom, because see, more than 50 means all these are values of 50, huh? More than 50, isn't it? All these are values of more than 50, all are more than 50. So the total of this, that's going to be how much? 100. Next, when you go for more than 55, then it's this values, because more than 55 starts from here. So more than 55, if you add these values, or just subtract 2 from 100, because 2 out, na? These values, 98. Next, more than 65, these values. So 98, you just remove this 8, 90. Okay? Similarly, when you go for more than 65, this value, so minus 12, so 78. Next, more than 75, this one. So here we can just add 14, 1 left, 3, 4, 5, 54. And finally, more than 16, this one. More than 75, I mean 16. So that's what we will be getting. So you'll have 100, 98, 90, 78, 54, 16. Alright, once again, more than 50 means the entire value. Let's step by step. More than 50, this one. That is just subtract 2. More than 65, again 8 out from the previous value. More than 60, again this, more than 65, I mean these values. Or you can go on adding also. Addition and all you can just do on your own. No problem with that. Now, points to plot. So points to plot will be these 2 points. This is x-axis, 50, 100, 55, 98, 60, 90, 65, 78, 70, 54, 75, 16. So this will be your points to plot. So these points now you will be plotting on the graph. I'll give you a rough estimate on how to plot. I cannot give you the full figure, so we'll draw the axis, leave 1 gap on the graph paper. No, just at least 1 each. 0. So on the x-axis, you can start writing down your scales, maybe 5 each. So that's up to you, graph. So I can start with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or you can just drag like this. Drag means pulling down the screen. So you can start with, let's say, 50, no problem. Then that's like 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, and so on. Right? Of course, up to 80 is enough. This is the x-axis. On the y-axis, see, scale you can take on your own. You can take 10, 10 each also. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'll just do once again. So like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, let's say. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this is the CUMULATIVE cumulative frequency. This is the lower limit. So first point 50. This is 50. Now you can that's up, as I say scale, it's up to you. Okay, I'm just giving you a rough idea only. 50, 100, 55. Almost near 100, I guess, 98. So likewise, if you start plotting the point for a more than or give, what you will see that you will have a graph going downwards. That's why I say it's always ulta, inverted. More than means graph will decrease, go down. Less than, if you are drawing a less than, then that time less than graph will increase like this. Okay, we write on the lower limit. For less than, we write on the upper limit. For lower, just ulta. For more than, we write on the lower limit. For less than, we write down the upper limit. But so that's why even the graph also, when you go for a more than, just remember ulta. So more than graph is going to go down. Less than graph will increase. Okay, you can plot the points and check for yourself. Alright, the last question. Question number 15. First part I'm not writing. The following frequency distribution. If you wish, you can write down, I'll just dictate. The following frequency distribution shows the daily pocket allowance of children of a locality. Once again, the following distribution shows the daily pocket allowance of children of a locality. Full stop. From the next part only I'll write. The mean pocket allowance is rupees 18. Find the missing frequency f by the step deviation method. So I'll just prepare the table as if we're going to solve directly. Okay, so mean is 18 already given. So this time we're not supposed to find out the mean. This time we're supposed to find out the missing frequency. When I draw the table, you will understand. Okay, so I'll rub off the question now. Especially from statistics, you might not get the exact, the questions may not be exact, okay, as I was mentioning, but it will be similar, same concept, hopefully. So I'll just write directly daily pocket allowance. In the table it's written, so I'm just writing class interval. 11 to 13, 13 to 15, 15 to 17, 17 to 19, 19 to 21, 21 to 23, 23 to 25. Next table will be mid value, if you remember, that is x. Mid value means middle of the class interval. This is easy, 11, 13, middle, very easy, 12, middle value. Actually, middle value, what we do is we add the upper and the lower limit, 11 plus 13, and we divide it by 2. See, 12. That's what we do with big intervals, but without dividing also, I think we can easily predict what is the middle value. Now, middle value, understanding middle value is not a very big concept. 12, this will be 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 22, 24. Frequency 7, 6, 9, 13, F, 5, 4. So what will be the total frequency? N equal to, see, F I cannot add, so F2 I cannot add with the other number, so definitely plus F will be there. Let's add this number, 7 plus 6, 13, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 plus 9, 22, 22 plus 13, 32, 30, 34, 35, 40, 44, 44 plus F. So now let's find out the deviation. Deviation, I don't know, we can use U, we can use product of frequency and deviation. We can use U, some textbooks they use D, some textbooks, letters, so don't worry about the letters. Now to find out, again, I'll just give you the hints on how to do it quickly. For deviation, we will have the first, this is below the table, I'm just writing here for space. Here, assumed mean A. We will now assume one mean, that's from the middle value. Okay, from the middle value. There are many ways. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the middle. So I will assume this to be A. 18. Yeah, surely, why not? We can take 24 also. We can take 22 also, 20 also. We just prefer the middle one. Okay? And as I say, procedures and all that, I will not be, I'm just giving you the hints to do it quickly in the exams. Alright, so that's now, okay, so I'll be directly giving you the hint. That is, since this is the middle value, my assumed mean, of course, what is our class width here? H, 11, 12, so 2, because 13 is here already, no? So H is 2. This is the middle, na? Yeah, from here you write 0, U, na? 0. After that, niche you write 1, 2, 3. Upper, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Every time in step deviation method, as long as the class is continuous and uniform, once you choose your middle value or assumed mean, so suppose, for example, if this was my assumed mean, 24, that means I'll just write 0, up, I'll write minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. So that's why everything will be negative, so that's why we prefer it to be almost in the middle. If it happens to be both even, like we cannot choose the middle, you choose anyone, no problem. Okay, and then from there you mark 0, niche you write 1, 2, 3, 4, upper you write minus 1, minus 2. This is for step deviation method only, I'm giving you a hint only. Next, find out the product of f into u. So minus 21, minus 12, minus 9, 0, f, f into 1, f, 10, 4, 3 are 12. So f again will come no matter what, because f I cannot add with any number. And this only, let's add up. So negative values, if we add, we'll have 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 left, 2, 3, 4, minus 42. Plus values, I will have 22. So minus 42 plus 22, minus 20. Alright, so you can pause the video, draw the table. I'll now find out the mean. Done? Okay. I'll just keep this because I might just need this. This one too, it's all done. No more needed, no more needed, no more needed. I hope so. Okay. We know that mean x bar is, given. The mean x bar was given 18. Now what is the formula for mean on this side? Mean, we know the formula is a plus total of f into u divided by total of f into h is the class width plus, equal to 18. What was our a? Luckily this time we assumed it to be 18. F into u minus 20 plus f into h was 2 divided by summation of f 44 plus f is equal to 18. What is our job here? Our job is to find f. Now 18 I'll take that side and this one I'll just multiply. Minus 40 plus 2f divided by 44 plus f is equal to 18 minus 18, 0. So that will have minus, minus 40 plus 2f divided by 44 plus f equal to 0. So minus 40 plus 2f is equal to 0 into 44 plus f. So minus 40 plus 2f is equal to 0. 2f is equal to 40. F is equal to 40 divided by 2. How much? 20. So the missing frequency f is how much? 20. Alright, so that's the second, the last part which we have finished. Okay, so that somehow winds up our last part of the 5-mark questions. Okay, so the rest is now up to you. you will decide how you write the exams. So please, when you go to the examination hall, please see to it that you just look at the question paper once, analyze the question paper once, and try to choose. Look at the questions which you know. Do not be worried about the questions which you do not know. You cannot do. Find out. Every question paper will have many things which you can solve. So don't be nervous. Don't lose your confidence. And I would generally prefer start with the big questions. We all have different preferences. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying that that'll be good. I'm just advising only. So you look at the 5-mark questions. How many questions you can solve that. Then the 3 marks. So so you can go start with the big mark questions that will boost up your confidence. That's what I feel. So the rest is up to you. So all the best. Take care. Stay safe. Hopefully, I'm sure that you will do very well. Okay, so I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.